Hey, what's up, wrestling world, and welcome to Wrestle One. I am August C. Jones, and so on this episode, I'm going to be talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being put in the board of directors for TKO. Now, so we started off this week. I said in another video where Netflix did a deal with WWE for Monday Night Raw, or just Raw, because we don't know what day it's going to land on. They could keep it on Mondays, or they could just take it off of Monday. But in any case, along with that announcement was that The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, will be part of the board of directors of TKO, essentially being Vince McMahon's boss. Really not for that long, because Vince McMahon is gone. It's just not official yet. But in any case, and so along with that came that he has rights, or he has ownership of The Rock, of the name of The Rock, of, his name, The Rock, the likeliness and everything else of it, so he can literally use it however he wants to use it or whatnot, on top of just being like, having a voice in the dealings in the day. I ain't gonna say the day to day, but the dealings in like what TKO is doing with WWE, UFC, the deals and all that stuff. And so I feel like this, I don't know exactly how to feel. I feel like it's a big move, but essentially, what does that say? Because now he's on the board, so he has a lot of sway. I mean, he had a lot of sway before. Now he has a crazy amount of sway. He has literally the ear of the whole entire board of directors when it comes to TKO. And so one thing that's looming around people's heads, especially Cody Rhodes, is with The Rock being in the position that he's in, what type of influence will he have on the card for WrestleMania? Because he already came out and literally kind of like, I guess you could say, kicked off people's speculation on him versus Roman for WrestleMania, or at some point, not even at WrestleMania. It was just at some point, him and Roman will bump heads. But when would it be? And a lot of people thinking that it will be WrestleMania, because that match is, like I said before, for Rollins and Punk. That match, Roman versus The Rock, is money. For the title or non-title, it's money. It's more money than Cody versus Roman. We can all agree on that. So will he disrupt the plans that they have for WrestleMania? Because they've already said that the plans are what the plans are. That they're keeping the path of that, but we don't know if he might have enough sway to where he can change that. We might end up seeing Rock versus Roman night 1, and then Roman versus Cody night 2, in which it may end up bumping Rollins Punk off of the main event for night 1, or it may end up, if Rollins is able to make it, because it's still in the air. As of right now, they haven't changed plans between Rollins and Punk. That's still scheduled for WrestleMania. Will it still happen, like, because of his injury, if they decide that he isn't going to be able to make WrestleMania, like within the next few weeks or month leading up to it? Or if they are able, if he is able to make that match, will they still headline? Because we all know that if Rock and Roman is night 1, that's headlining. That's not going to be the first match no, it's not. So it's like, what type of influence will he have on the decision making in regards to that? And I've already made a video about that. Y'all know how I feel. If you haven't, definitely check it out. It's one of the most recent videos I put out. Maybe not as of now, because as of right now, I probably put out several other videos. But I got a video talking about why that's a bad reason. Well, why that's a bad idea. But yeah, like, will he have any type of influence on that? Will they hold off? Because it's like, can The Rock, with all the stuff he has on his plate, be able to get in ring shape and wrestle at WrestleMania? Because we've seen when he did talk about sitting at the head of the table and get everybody going crazy and everything else. That same night, he did a few moves on Jinder Mahal and he was winded like a motherfucker. Like, he was like, man, like you would have thought that this guy was like just, he was out of shape. And the thing is, I know people were looking at like, oh, The Rock is in shape. Look at him. He's a brick house and everything else. But the thing is, it's a different thing from being physically in shape, like being visibly in shape, and being in ring shape. Because you can have the most fittest person. You can have a bodybuilder looking jacked crazy, bigger than The Rock. But you put him in a ring and having him go for like a minute or two against somebody else, he's going to be winded because he's not used to that type of vigorous back-to-back, just like long, extended, like, movements. And so it's like, will Rock even be in shape for WrestleMania? With all the movies and stuff that he's attached to, all the other business dealings that he has on his plate, especially now, with him being part of the board of directors for TKO. That's another like lump of just things for him to do. That's going to put a lot on his plate. So will he even have time on top of what he's doing to like get in the ring? And it's not like, oh, he could just fit it in an hour here, an hour there. No, like to get in ring shape, especially for a WrestleMania match, a big match like that, that's going to probably be about a good 10 minutes plus. It's like you're going to need extensive workouts. You're going to need extensive training to get back in that ring shape to where you can put on a great match. Because the last thing that people will want is for The Rock to get in the match with Roman Reigns, a match that people have been waiting for, and for it to be complete shit. Because then it's like, this is what we wanted. This is what we bumped Rollins and Punk off for. It was this. It's like if they want it, if it's going to happen, it needs to happen at a time where The Rock can get the adequate amount of training and like workouts in so that he can be in top shape to where he could have that match with Roman, possibly being his last match. So it's like, I will be astonished if he can actually have a match this close at WrestleMania against Roman. Like, to me, it wouldn't even be anger, because I definitely want Cody to like to finish his story, and I want Rollins and Punk to have their WrestleMania night one, because it's one of those things where what Punk was talking about before years ago when he did the when he did the pipe bomb promo, it was one of the things he pointed out was that he was pissed that The Rock came in and took a spot from him, that he's not headlining WrestleMania. And Rollins said before that he has never headlined WrestleMania, and he wanted to do that. So it would suck for The Rock to come in with the ego that we know The Rock has to take a spot from somebody, from other people that deserve it, that this is one thing that they want. And I feel like The Rock put his ego aside, do the right thing, and just push that off maybe to SummerSlam. Because I feel like SummerSlam needs that. You have two of the big four pay-per-view events of this year, and you have things happening. You got the Roman being dethroned. You got Punk possibly winning the title at WrestleMania. And then for SummerSlam, you have Rock versus Roman. You can build that up as the main event for that event. I feel like that's what it is. And then you have enough time for Rock to really get in shape to have a great match with Roman. So, but in any case, though, like when I see The Rock is put in place for the board of directors, I can say I don't know all of what that entails, but that's one thing that comes to mind is how would that affect what's going on in WWE? I'm pretty sure like he's going to be making deals and, giving he's going to be a part of other things outside of wrestling. Even certain things is happening with UFC. But, I mean, of course, that's what everybody's thinking. Like, how is it going to affect the WrestleMania? How is it going to affect what's going to happen with Cody and Roman? You know, is it going to affect that? Is it going to affect the other championship match between Rollins and Punk? And I hope that, you know, they leave everything right and we have those matches happen that the way that they're supposed to happen. And so, but in any case, I'm happy for The Rock. I'm curious to see what this actually means, what he will do. Because right now, as soon as he has to deal with this Vince McMahon stuff. So I feel like he's going to do what's best for business. And we're going to see where that all lines up and like just how effective The Rock is on the board of directors. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Quicker than I actually thought it was going to be because my other videos were longer. But yeah, those are all my thoughts on The Rock being part of the board of directors. And if you made it this far, thank you. And give me a like. Subscribe if you're not. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this. And I will catch you guys on the next one. So peace out. Stay safe. And Rock, stay away from WrestleMania.